All right. Good morning, everybody. Today is Saturday, June 21st, and I'm really excited to get everything started with this, our pre-launch for our Stacking Silver Saturdays. This is something that I'm really excited to share with everybody moving forward because this is going to be a weekly call that we have every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And what I want to do here is I'm going to pull up my PowerPoint here and just show you a quick overview of what's going to be in store for everybody moving forward. And I'm really looking forward to excited to share all this information about silver and gold, latest marketing trends, and whatever everybody is going to be able to learn and benefit from attending these weekly calls. So I'm going to pull up my PowerPoint here. Okay, so with this pre-launch, I'm just going to give a general overview of everything that's going to happen moving forward. Okay, I'm really excited because, you know, my main intention from day one, ever since I started sharing information about silver and gold, was just giving people insight and some different perspective on why it would be important to save for yourself and your family and your future in the form of silver and gold. So, I did a short video here about a week or so ago called your gold and silver savings account. Okay, now this is something that it is protection. It's something it has its long-term value, which I've stated many times before, that gold and silver has always maintained their value over the course of history. And it's something that your bank account, people like will get money, they'll put in their bank account and they'll use it to pay bills. Okay. And that's great. Okay. We all need to pay our bills. But what if you could take a certain percentage, like even maybe $10, $20 a week or something, and put it into a physical silver and gold that actually can be built up and stored over time and then shipped to you if you would like, or you can just keep it there and like as the markets fluctuate and the value of your silver and gold will go up. So that's what, to me, saving in the form of precious metals is another avenue, another way for people to go ahead and provide a better and more stable future for themselves and their family. Okay. So this was a clip from one of my presentations last week when I had an open house event here. Um, but gold and silver can be the most secure form of saving. Okay. And right now, one of the things that you know, so far in this year, gold and silver have outperformed every single asset across the board, hands down. And so that's one thing I've always mentioned before, that if you have a financial advisor, um, you could go over this information with him or her. But the thing is, if they're not recommending a certain percentage of your portfolio or your savings in the form of silver and gold, then I would fire them because they are not looking out for your best interest. If gold and silver outperformed every other asset class so far this year, and they're not sharing that information with you, do you think that they have your best interest in mind? Okay, but then also something to think about too. Since the turn of the century, gold has outperformed the S&P 500. So it's something that it it's not as glamorous as stocks. It's maybe not. Some people may not think it's easy to save in the form of precious metals, but it really is, and that's what part of the weekly calls that I'm going to have here with everybody and share with everybody is just how easy you can do that. Um, and I'll share with you how you can actually get started today if you would like. Okay. But so what we're going to be covering each week is weekly insight on gold and silver, the market trends. Also, I'll share different clips from people throughout the industry, that some additional expert insight that you can get a different perspective on from people. So it's not just me talking about it, it's other people across the precious metals industry that can offer their insight. And I'll actually share a short clip at the end of this video of one thing that I want to share with everybody, because it is kind of backs up what I'm presenting with everybody here so far. Then also talk about the gold silver ratio, because that's very important. It's something that right now, as of today, the gold silver ratio is it takes 93 ounces of silver to equal 1 ounce of gold. And typically, as I mentioned before in my previous videos, that the typical ratio is anywhere from 60 to 1 to 40 to 1. Okay, so when it's at 93 to 1, that's basically saying that right now is the time, a very good time to save in the form of silver opposed to gold. Okay, and that's the thing about it is, gold is getting all the headlines because of the price per ounce, but the thing is over since the start of this year, silver actually is on the verge of being has increased so much that the percentage is actually even better than gold since the start of the year. Okay, so I will keep each presentation under 30 minutes. Some of the calls might be 15 minutes, 10 minutes or something. But I want everybody to tune in just to share that, hear the latest information. And I'll usually each week I will have specific points that I want to try and make. I'll outline that at the very beginning, and then we'll also dive into it, and then we'll keep everything short and to the point. And then our official launch of Stacking Saturdays is going to be on June 28th. So that's next Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm going to have a huge giveaway for attendees. Okay. And there's going to be a wealth, I'll do a one-time Wealth Strategies presentation overview. It's like an 8-minute video that I share. And then I will no longer share that video. I'll just refer back to it when people, join the weekly calls thereafter. That way you're not getting repetitive information. You'll see it one time, and then I'll just refer back to it. Okay, so then what I want to do here is I just want to show you kind of, this is a brief outline of what you'll learn, over the course of time in the next coming weeks is, what everyone should know before they buy gold or silver. You'll get additional insights on the repatriation of gold, the revaluation of gold, and also central bank purchases and why they are purchasing so much. There's something huge happening. That's brewing behind the scenes, and this is not like a conspiracy theory. There's a reason why all these central banks are doing what they're doing. And also I'll share with you how to benefit from gold without buying gold. That's kind of what I was touching upon here with the gold to silver ratio. But then also, if, like I mentioned earlier, if you even if you have $1 each week, how to put it into gold or silver. Okay. So it's something that's, it's going to be an exciting time moving ahead. And I'm really looking forward to sharing this with everybody. As you can tell, I'm really excited. But I wanted to share just right before I did this presentation, I went ahead and, added the June 21st. Okay, so as of this morning, gold was at 33, well, because the markets are closed, at 33.69.40, and silver was at 36.02. So going back to June 7th when I did my the first of two open house events, gold was at 33.09 and silver was at 36.02. So it's still, here 2 weeks later, it's the same for silver. And then gold, last week, gold had spiked. So it was at 34.33 and silver was at 36.34 an ounce. Okay. So this is kind of what I'll be sharing each week is, what is happening between the two of them. Now, earlier this week, silver did, eclipse $37 an ounce, which is huge. Because it's actually taken so long for it even to go over $35 an ounce. Okay, so now with it hitting $37 an ounce at one point this week, that's something that I'll discuss with everybody and share with everybody and show you the charts and what that means. And like one of the people that I often refer to as look for advice is Mike Maloney from GoldSilver.com. He's an expert in the industry. And these are just some of the people that I'll be sharing. It's just a few of them that I'll be sharing some of the clips from on a weekly basis. You'll also have Robert Kiyosaki, Andy Scheckman, and also Jim Rickards. So what I want to do here is just give you this thought of the day, and then I'm going to share with you one other slide, and then I'm going to show you a short clip from Mike Maloney, which is very important, okay, because it's something that you'll get some good insight and another perspective besides my own for you to think about, in the coming days or whatever, okay? So gold and silver aren't just shiny metals, they're real money. They've held value over centuries. When paper currencies fail, when banks collapse, or when inflation spikes, which is what we're going through, guess what happens? People turn to precious metals. Okay. And the best part is you don't need to be rich to get started. 1 ounce of silver, like an American Silver Eagle, costs less than a dinner for two. Okay. So like right now, the spot price of silver is the 36.02 an ounce. In gold, you can buy small fractional pieces even at $1 at a time. That's what I was wanting to share with everybody is the importance of just even if you could do it incrementally, that's what's important. It's not one of these things where don't wait for gold to keep going up because what's going to happen is, and that's one, I'll share some information right after the clip from Mike Maloney, but that's what happens. People keep waiting and waiting. They're watching. They start hearing about it on the news and like, yeah, I should do it. I should do it. I should do it. And before you know it, if they would have done it a month earlier, they would have already had a nice increase in value. Okay. So it actually gold and silver doesn't just sit there. It protects your purchasing power over time. And just think about it. If your bank savings grows by 1%, but inflation is at 5%, you're losing money by just having it sit there in the bank. Okay. So of course, I'm not saying don't have anything in the bank. I'm just saying, yeah, you use what you have to pay for your bills and, keep food on the table and everything. But at the same time, if, like I said, if you could take, a couple dollars, $10, $20 a week and put it into a gold or silver or something like that, that's really going to pay its dividends over the course of time. Okay, so what I want to do here is give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up the video from Mike. Okay, so give me 1 second here. And whoops, sorry about that. Okay, so with this video here from Mike, I'm going to share 2 portions of the video, okay? And I want you to pay attention to what he's saying, is because they're giving a nice overview of what gold and silver are doing, and how it kind of sets itself apart from all the other assets that, like I mentioned before, all the other assets that are it's compared to as far as being the 1 and 2 outperforming assets for 2025 so far. All right, so all right, so we're going to start here.
Comes from bar chart. Gold is destroying all major asset classes this year. And you can see gold is at the top, almost at 30% year to date, and we're not even halfway through the year, blowing away everything else. But as I mentioned a moment ago, silver is missing. It's not on this chart at all, and it should be basically the same size bar.
Yeah.
So it's kind of unbelievable. Silver is completely ignored and unloved. It's having a stealth bull market, and I want to just shine a little light on that in this video.
Yeah, and it's only been the past couple of weeks that it's really, I mean, gold was surpassing it, and then it just took off. And what's interesting is it got no media coverage. So what's the next image here?
Yeah.
Okay. And this shows it.
Oops, sorry about that.
Over the head, silver was lagging, and it's only been, it took off at the beginning of this month. Yeah.
Yeah, what we've got here, so this is from Zero Hedge. Silver is about to surpass gold as the best performing asset year to date. Gold is the orange line at the top here. Everything is indexed to 100, the same level as of January 1st of this year. And silver is the silver line. You can see it was with gold, then lagging a little bit, and now it's back up with gold. And this came out June 9th, and actually the next day, silver outperformed gold by enough so that it became the best performing asset year to date. And you can see both assets are outperforming Bitcoin. That's the blue line. So I went ahead and updated this chart because we have another week or almost 2 weeks worth of data. And you can see silver did surpass gold year to date, and then fell back a little bit. And now they're pretty much neck and neck. And they're both up around 28% so far year to date. And again, that's only halfway through the year. So they're on pace to do 60% in a year, both metals. So absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this other section here, I want to share this, and then I'll go ahead and wrap this up because I wanted to keep this one as short as well. So this is, it's on the same video. Like I have the link here, as you see in the presentation, also included below the video when I posted online here. So this is I have my notes here, but sorry, here we go. They're commenting on something that somebody responded to one of their previous videos. All right.
Our comment here is that silver is too volatile for me as a physical asset. I would rather own gold. What are your thoughts on that, Mike?
Well, I own, for every ounce of gold I own almost 300 ounces of silver. And the reason why is, in fact, while silver was up at 100, it was a great time to be selling your gold and buying more silver. And then you ride it down. And so it's fine if it's too volatile for you and you don't have the stomach for it. That's just fine. It's just that if you want 2, 3, maybe even 4 times more gold than you paid for, buying silver when it's up at these, it's still in the 90s right now, I think. I haven't checked today, but when it's up at such, I mean, I've pointed this out so many times, how rare these moments are. It's measured in just weeks or a couple of months over the last 2,500 years when silver has been this incredibly cheap compared to gold.
Okay, so what he's getting at that, or what he's referring to there again, is the, like what I had mentioned previously with the gold to silver ratio. Like, so today, that takes 93 ounces of silver to buy 1 ounce of gold. So, and as I mentioned before, typically it's in that 40 to 60 range. So, you know, what he's referring here is that, whoops, hang on a second, there we go. What he was referring to is that, you know, people will keep waiting to buy silver or gold, and we will, in this case, we're specifically talking about silver, but they'll keep waiting to buy silver. But right now it's at a peak point, because when he made that comment that it's never, you know, it's like in 2,500 years in the history of silver, that it's been at this level where it's such a high gold to silver ratio. He says, so, you know, this doesn't happen that often where it's this high, you know, like he was saying, ideally when it was 100 to 1, or it was a little, actually, I think 101, 102, somewhere in there to 1 ratio, that would have been the optimal time to buy silver, because silver, it would take that many ounces to buy gold. So right now he's alluding to that it's still a great time to save in the form of silver. And like he said, for every 1 ounce of gold, he has almost 300 ounces of silver to match it. So this is something I just wanted to share with everybody, because it's important to get a different perspective, okay? And like I highly encourage everybody to do your due diligence. And, you know, like as Mike says in his videos, and I've said it in mine before as well, is that this is informational. It's an informational presentation. What I share here is just to give you an overview and an overlook at as far as what silver and gold can do. It's not specifically financial advice. It's just sharing with you information, so that you're not spending countless hours online or doing research and everything. I'm trying to condense it and bring it to, you know, a short and condensed version. Okay, so that's why I, do your due diligence. Like I made the comment before, if you have a financial advisor, ask him or her what their thoughts are. But if they say not to, you know, you already heard my comment about what I thought about that, as far as you should fire them because they're not looking out for your best interest. But what I do want to do is wrap this up. Okay, so next week on our official launch on June 28th at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, we are going to have a special giveaway live. I will try to do as much as I can to give everybody that's on the call something, but it depends. With this being the pre-launch and then our official launch next week, I'm not sure how many people are going to actually show up live. But part of one of the giveaways is going to be this, what you see here on the right. So it's got a 1 ounce copper coin, which copper is another precious metals that we'll be discussing as well down the road. Maybe not as in depth as gold and silver, but we'll just be discussing that as well. A Silver and Gold Solutions team coffee mug, and then also a 1 ounce Indian head buffalo silver dollar. Okay, so I just wanted to share with everybody. So go ahead and if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button. That way you get all the updates. But then also below this video in the first comment section as well, I will have a link for you to register for the Stacking Saturday presentations that we'll be able to have. And you'll get a confirmation email. And then I will also have my direct best contact email address in the body as well. So if you have any questions, or if you are an individual, or you want to share a gold and silver presentation, I do offer those to people here locally, but I can also do a live stream specifically for yourself, your family, or even if you have a business that you want to share the information with as an option for saving, for your family in your future. Okay, so I appreciate everybody's time. Thank you very much for watching the video. Go ahead and click the subscribe button below for the YouTube videos, but then also go ahead and click that link below and register for Stacking Saturday starting next week. And I look forward to seeing you next Saturday. And I'm really excited about sharing this opportunity moving forward. It's going to be some great information, some great opportunities for people. So thank you again very much for your time. And I will talk to everybody soon. Wishing you a great rest of your weekend and a great week ahead. Take care. Bye. I'm going to